What up, guys? It's your boy Kedre, aka the YouTube Kobe, and today we got the Raptors are genius for this. Let's go ahead and get straight to it.
The Toronto Raptors are absolutely genius for trading for Brandon Ingram, because last year at the deadline they were able to get him for pennies on the dollar, and now they're sitting at second in the Eastern Conference. They are 14-5, riding a 9-game win streak, and they've won 13 of their last 14 games. I was sitting here in the offseason saying this Raptors team could be good, and a lot of y'all disagreed with me, but now this team looks like it could make some noise in the playoffs. They have a lot of people wrong with 3 lead guards in Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Brandon Ingram, although they're all kind of wings. And then you also have Emmanuel Quickly, and this squad with a top 10 offense and a top 5 defense looks dangerous. And when you look at what B.I. does for this team, he fills a ton of holes for them that offensively were there last year. Like that guy that you can just swing the ball to, and he's going to go get a bucket because he's a professional bucket getter. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals.
And he can clutch it. The guy shows you many times when he's under pressure, he just goes for it.
In a block last night in 38 minutes, or a couple nights ago, 11 of 23 from the field, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. And this is what they get him into where he is so good, is that middle third ISO. So he's going to come set the little screen, and then he's going to get out, and now he's in the middle of the court isolated. This time there's actually nobody on him. Bold strategy by the Pacers, but he's going to get right downhill and finish with that left hand. Then we're going to once again have him in that middle third, this time on the wing. Gets a little lucky, but knocks it down at the end of the shot clock. Then the DHO, we're going to get him right at about the elbow extended. 1 shot fake, step back, bucket. Jarace Walker is a long, young defender. Doesn't matter. Easy bucket. Pascal goes and gets it, but Brandon Ingram is running on the break to get the put-back dunk. He's averaging 22 a game, little under 6 boards, little under 4 assists, shooting 49% from the field and 31% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game.
Then that's pretty good, decent stats, considering the fact that you also have other talents on the field that's doing their things too. So, I mean, this team is getting dangerous and dangerous.
Now, there was some hope, some speculation that he'd be knocking down the 3 ball this year because he was 37% on 6 attempts a game last year, but it was only a 19-game sample size, so it looks like those were kind of false. Now, he is their closer as well, and watch this right here. This is a really nice little action to get him the ball, little flex screen by Scotty Barnes for him to just pop right into the open here. He's going to post up Mathurin and then just turn around and fade away over the top of him because he's a smaller defender. And like I said, Brandon Ingram's a professional scorer. Then he gets to his spot right here, gives him the lead once again, and then come game time, the ball goes to Brandon Ingram. That's the difference about this Raptors team this year. They have their closer, they have their guy that you can just hand the ball to, and he can go and get a bucket. Now, Scotty Barnes has also been playing very good, and this was a grown man move. At 6'8", 225, coming downhill, told Pascal to get out of the way. And then once again, Pascal guard him. Now he's going to post him up. Crazy. Fadeaway jumper, money.
The way he just waved the muscle in there, again, like I've seen from the latest take and breakdown, the way he's able to muscle in there and bully to just get in there and do what he needs to do to put it up on the board, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, he put up 24 points, 10 rebounds,
10 rebounds, dude. 10 rebounds.
4 assists and a block in 36 minutes against the Pacers. The other night was 5 of 12 from the field, 0 of 1 from the three-point line. He was 14 for 14 from the charity stripe. Very impressive numbers for Scotty Barnes there, who, you know, is not the best shooter in the world, but to go 14 for 14 in a game where it came down to the last shot, that was huge. Very underrated part of that game. Averaging just under 20 a game with 8 boards and 5 assists. A few stocks a game as well. He's phenomenal on the defensive side of the ball. 51% shooting from the field, 39% from 3 for him. So Scotty Barnes, fantastic part to this team. Emmanuel Quickly, another guy here that's a really important piece as that point guard that can break down the defense, that can get the spots, and can get guys open. Knocking down the 3 ball here. He's averaging 15.5 points a game this year, 6 assists, 5 boards, 1.4 steals in 32 minutes while shooting 45% from the field and 37% from 3 on 6.5 attempts a game. And then you see here the float game in the middle of the lane, just getting the spots and knocking down floaters. Once again, off the Pirtle screen, gonna snake it and get to the mid-range float area. Then a little horns action here, and he's just gonna go right by his guy and get to that mid-range floater. It's a deadly shot if you can master it, and that's kind of what Quickly has done. 16.6 assists, 5 boards the other night. Not efficient from the field, but we live with that because he's been much more efficient this year than he was last year,
and he's moving the ball too. You know, you move the ball, you're gonna have more better outlooks. Maybe he could be able to dish it out to people who are open, and maybe they can get more better shots. But again, as long as you're moving the ball and not keeping it stale, and keep more opportunities in looks. So, yeah.
That was the biggest thing he needed to improve on. So, we'll be fine with that if he has one night where he's not quite as efficient. Now, with the Raptors having these 3 wings, it is very important that they have a guard like Emmanuel Quickly to balance things out, and a guy that can, kind of say, okay, let me take control here. Let me slow us down, control the tempo of the game, or if they need to go fast, he can go fast. Now, they did this without RJ Barrett beating the Pacers, which isn't a huge feat these days, but Barrett has been really good this year. He's day-to-day right now with a knee injury. No structural damage, so that is great. 19.5 points a game, a little under 5 boards and 4 assists, shooting 51% from the field and 36% from 3 on 5.1 attempts. And he's got fantastic versatility, right? You can put him out in the pick and roll, or you can kind of post him up against a smaller guard, or Jarace Walker, like right here, where he just takes him down low. And he's a huge part to the Raptors' #1 transition offense, which is a huge piece to how they are currently 14-5 and second in the East.
Now, but I want to say this too, is also, if all these guys are really becoming a threat, right, which they are, imagine them just improving small amounts of increments within their percentage range. Dude, over time, they will dominate most of all their games. So it's not just have to increase it dramatically, but just over time, just increasing each one, whether it's the 3-point percentage, whether it's the inside field goal, whether it's about the rebounds, whether it's the steals, the defense, the transitions, it adds up. So just adding small increments, improvements over time, they can be a monster to take on.
If you made it this far in the video, hit the like button and hit that subscribe.
Yes, hit that subscribe button for me. And if you are checking out this video, this link are going to be in the description for anybody I react to, so you can check them out. But definitely hit the subscribe button for my channel and that like button.
As you can see here, 93 Walter, who I was high on coming into the year. I thought he was going to have a big time year, and then all of a sudden he didn't get much PT, coming off injuries, fighting back from that, and trying to get to the rotation. But last night he had 13 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and a steal in 32 minutes, and was 5 of 10 from the field. 3 of 5.
He's breaking down everybody's.
So getting him going again, because he's always been a fantastic shooter, big time scorer coming out of Baylor. Right here, getting the steal. Now ultimately he does get blocked, but Brandon Ingram's right there, essentially an assist. He's averaging 5 a game with 1.6 rebounds and a steal in just 15 minutes, but he's shooting 44% from the field and 43% from 3. Last year as a rookie, he put up 8.6 a game with 3.1 rebounds in 21 minutes, and now on much worse efficiency, may I add, and now all of a sudden he's seeing his minutes decrease. I don't get it. Maybe again it's part of the thing with him coming back from injury and all that, but this is a really nice read right here. Pascal starts cheating over to this action where we got an option ball or an option off ball screen here where Shed and Pirtle are both setting the screen. Brandon Ingram gets to choose. Pascal cheats over, and boom, Jacoby Walter goes right by. And then as for Jakob Pirtle, he's been real solid as well. I mean, he's just been solid for the Raptors for quite some time. That's why he got the extension. He's averaging 11 a game with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 0.7 steals in 26 minutes per night. Good efficiency as well. Doesn't shoot threes, but maybe at some point he'll develop that. That's kind of what all the old school centers are doing at some point in their career these days. And then you got Mamu, who has been another guy that this is a really deep Raptors team, if you haven't figured that out by now. And Mamu is just another one of those guys that's deeper into the rotation, but he still gives you 10.5 points a night with 4 rebounds and an assist and a half in 21 minutes per game. Here he is right here operating out of the corner in the off ball of the pick and roll. And then Jamison Battle, another guy that I thought was going to be getting a bunch of minutes this year. Hasn't quite so far, but the former UDFA proved himself last year. Then you have Grady Dick, and this is an interesting scenario because he only played 6 minutes against the Pacers. He's been seeing his minutes decrease. He's averaging 6 points a game with 2 rebounds and 1.6 assists in just 16 minutes, while shooting 40% from the field and 32% from 3. So that is very worrisome. Last year he had a decent enough year where I was, expecting to see him in the rotation. He averaged 14.5 a game with 3.6 rebounds in 29 minutes, shooting 41% from the field, 35% from three on 6 attempts per game. Here he is off the pump fake, one dribble pull up, and he just has fallen out of the rotation a little bit. So we'll see if he is able to get back into that.
I think it's just getting everybody in the rotation. It's going to be a tricky part because you are rolling deep with the team. But the great thing about it is if one person has to sit out due to an injury prone, or you're resting your viable players that's starting, you could start some of these other players and let them get some time in more. It just depends on how they want to fall in, especially within ranking, you know what I'm saying? But the good thing is, like he mentioned, is they are deep. And that's something I would take any day when you have a deep team, to be able to extend for the series. So that way, if your players are getting tired, you can put people in, they can still step up. And
Jamal Shead has been really good, just a dog. Colin Murray Boyles, the top 10 pick, has been solid as well out of South Carolina. And then Ochai Agbaji trying to crawl his way back up into the rotation, and I'm a fan of it. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. The Raptors are deep, and the Brandon Ingram trade was what they needed to get over the top. With
that is what's up. Yeah, man, I gotta keep more eyes out for these guys. Shout out to the Raptors, y'all fans who have been very supportive in, making it known that you want to see more Raptors type of content, update and reactions and breakdowns. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that here in the future for you guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. See you on the next one. Peace.